Every year, thousands of people go missing in the woods without leaving a single trace, as if they never existed. Are you sure they were all just accidents? Or is there something deep in the forest, like giant wolves, creatures that drag people out of camps, or even something that looks like a flying unicorn? In today's video, Mystery Files will compile the most terrifying creatures ever captured in forests.
And what matters most is this: the people behind the cameras survived long enough to bring these recordings back.
I'm about to show you a clip that feels almost impossible to believe. But first, let's talk about how it may have begun. On an afternoon in 2024 on Federal Highway 54, passing through the state of San Luis Potosí, Mexico, police dispatch received a call unlike the usual ones. A driver reported that a large animal was standing in the middle of the road. Then he added one sentence that made the operator fall silent for a few seconds. "It looks like a horse, but with a horn." To police, calls like this are usually classified as misidentification, hallucination, or a prank. But since this highway runs through open hill country, where livestock accidents are common, officers were still sent to check it out. When the patrol car arrived, they were forced to block the road immediately.
Not because of traffic danger, but because what was standing by the roadside did not match anything in their field manuals.
In the clip, you can clearly see officers setting cones, activating emergency lights, keeping their distance. Then the camera tilts up. A white animal stands there, shaped like a full-grown horse. Clean coat, strong posture. But right in the center of its forehead is a long, straight horn, so prominent it cannot be dismissed as a minor detail. What stands out is that the creature does not panic. It does not bolt. It simply watches for a moment, then lifts off and flies across the front of the police vehicle. No officer reacts immediately. No one draws a weapon. It is almost as if they instinctively knew this was a creature that should be protected. At first glance, many people thought this was just an ordinary patch of forest, a dry stream bed, fallen leaves, sunlight filtering through the canopy. But then your eyes lock onto something crawling low against the ground. This footage is believed to have been recorded in the spring of 2023 in a remote forest in Central Europe. The person filming is Lucas, a local hiker who was only carrying his phone while checking the area after heavy rain.
He said that at first, he thought it was an injured woman crawling along the stream bed, until he looked closer.
The creature's body closely resembles a woman's. Narrow shoulders, slightly curved back, defined hips. A low crawl, but not clumsy. Pale, smooth skin, almost hairless. The head is larger than normal, with a soft face, large, wet eyes opened very wide. There is no aggression in its expression. It looks up at the camera as if it has just been caught. The arms and legs are long, fingers spread wide as they press into the wet mud. There are patches of green leaves wrapped around its chest, shoulders, and back, almost like clothing rather than random forest debris.
That detail is what unsettled many viewers. It does not look like an animal, and it does not look like a human. It looks like something that once tried to live like one.
According to Lucas, when he stepped back in fear, the creature stopped as well. When he tilted the camera, it tilted its head in response. It did not attack. It did not flee. It simply observed him closely, as if assessing whether he was a threat. After a few heavy seconds of silence, the creature turned away and slowly crawled back down the stream bed, disappearing under the trees. No tracks, no sound.
Many people connect this image to old legends of female forest entities, often seen near water. Not aggressive, but always described as something you should never approach. and I think Lucas may have stepped into an area humans were never meant to explore.
When I first watched this clip, I bet your reaction was the same as mine. What kind of lion looks at you like that? The body is unmistakably lion-like. Broad shoulders, thick chest, powerful calves and thighs that look like they work out every single day. But the skin is smooth, wrinkled, almost hairless, exposing every muscle underneath. The longer you look, the more wrong it feels.
And then there is the part you cannot ignore. The face. This is not an animal's face.
The nose is short, the mouth is flat. The facial muscles move in a very human way. The eyes stare directly forward, focused, slightly narrowed, as if it is judging you from head to toe. If you have ever heard of the manticore from ancient Persian mythology, this image will feel instantly familiar. A creature with the body of a lion and the face of a human, sometimes described with a venomous tail or wings. It is not a beast that roars and charges. It is the kind that stands still and looks at you, making the prey feel uneasy long before anything happens. Others compare it to a darker version of the Sphinx. No riddles, no temple gates. Just appearing in the forest, at a distance where you do not know whether to run or freeze.
If one day you are hiking and see something like this standing in the middle of the trail, staring without blinking, it does not matter whether you call it a manticore, a sphinx, or just something from the internet. Your survival instinct will give you one clear message. Do not move closer to get a better look.
This clip is often ranked among the footage that makes people swear off camping altogether. According to the description posted with the video, the incident happened in late 2022 in a remote forest somewhere in the western United States. The man was camping alone and had set up an infrared trail camera near his tent, only to capture wildlife. He went to sleep like any other night. There were no warning signs beforehand. And then the creature appeared. It crawled low to the ground, approaching the tent from behind. When it reached the entrance, the creature reached inside, grabbed the man's clothing, and violently pulled him out. The entire action lasted only a few seconds. The man was dragged across the dirt. His body convulsed violently, arms and legs flailing in pure panic. The creature locked onto him from behind, its long arms wrapped tightly across his chest, its head lowered close to the victim's neck. There was no biting, no roaring, just a firm, deliberate hold.
The most disturbing part is the timing. The creature did not hold him for long, only a few seconds, but long enough for the man to be completely helpless.
Then the creature stepped back, hunched over, staring at the man as he gasped for air on the ground. After that, it turned and retreated into the forest, fast and efficient, with no sign of further pursuit. According to the man's later account, he was not seriously injured. No bite marks, no deep claw wounds, only scrapes and bruises from being dragged. What kept him awake for months afterward was a single thought. If it wanted to kill me, it could have done it right then.
Some researchers who study crawler phenomena believe this behavior was not a predatory attack, but something closer to an inspection, as if the creature was trying to confirm something. Scent, reflex, or simply how a human reacts when awakened from a state of total vulnerability.
This clip starts out very simply. A car moves slowly along a dirt road cutting through the forest at night. There are no streetlights, only headlights illuminating the road ahead. Dense bushes on both sides. Low branches, loose rocks. Not a place where people normally walk at this hour.
Then the camera captures a figure standing in the middle of the road.
A woman wearing a long white dress, standing completely still, her back straight, her arms hanging at her sides. She is far enough away that her face cannot be clearly seen, but close enough to know she is not a tree stump or a rock. She does not wave. She does not step aside. She does not react when the headlights shine directly on her. The driver slows down. No horn, no shouting. Just keeps the car in low gear and continues forward very cautiously. And that is when the feeling that something is wrong becomes undeniable. The woman does not walk toward the car. She does not run away either. The distance between the car and the figure barely changes, even though the car is still moving forward, as if the road itself is stretching into the darkness, or as if whatever is standing there is not actually on the road in the way we understand it.
According to the person who posted the clip, as soon as the car moved a few more feet forward, the figure suddenly blurred and vanished from the frame.
She did not step into the woods. She did not walk backward. She was simply no longer there. The people in the car stopped completely. Silence for a few seconds. Then the camera swings quickly toward both sides of the road. There is no one there. No footprints. No sounds. Only an empty dirt road and the pitch-black forest ahead. Many viewers connect this image to familiar stories of the woman in white, seen on forest roads. A motif found in many countries, from Asia to Latin America. What these stories share is not an attack, but a very strange detail. The entity never comes closer to you. It stays just far enough away that you are forced to decide whether to keep going or not.
That is what makes this clip so unsettling. The woman does not block the road. She does not ask for help. She simply stands there, like an unanswered question placed in the middle of the night forest. If you encountered something like this on a dark road, what would your instincts tell you? Keep going forward? Or turn around and pretend you never saw anything at all?
This video was filmed right next to a residential area at the edge of a tropical forest, where paved roads, trucks, and local authorities are clearly present. The person filming is a local resident who arrived just as rescue teams were dealing with an unusual situation. The creature lying there is a reticulated python, the longest snake species ever documented by science. But this individual clearly exceeds normal size. The midsection of its body is massively swollen and heavy, nearly as wide as a car tire. Its thick scales overlap tightly, each scale almost the size of an adult human palm. As the camera pans along, it feels as if the body just keeps going, as though there is no clear end.
One crucial detail that made authorities decide to capture the snake instead of letting it return to the forest was the sign of possible injury.
In several frames, dark patches appear on its body, resembling bruising or large abrasions. It likely collided with a vehicle, or was injured while moving across hard surfaces not suited to its natural habitat. The python shows very little resistance. Its head remains still. Its massive body moves slowly and heavily. According to reptile experts, this behavior is typical of extremely large, extremely heavy individuals, or those that are weakened.
And a reticulated python of this size, if injured and wandering into a populated area, becomes a serious threat to both humans and itself.
A man ventured deep into the Appalachian mountains to forage for mushrooms, expecting nothing more than a calm, ordinary day in the woods. The air was still. No strong wind. No signs of anything unusual. Everything felt so peaceful that he even pulled out his phone to record a short clip showing off the mushrooms he had just found.
And then, everything changed.
From deep within the forest, a horrifying scream rang out. The sound was loud, sharp, and spine-chilling. It did not sound like any known animal, but it did not fully sound human either. It sat somewhere in between, warped and unsettling, as if something was trying to produce a sound that did not belong to it. In that instant, fear took over. No thinking, no hesitation. The man immediately ran from the area as fast as he could. He did not look back. He did not investigate. His instincts told him one thing. Staying even one more second would have been a mistake. When the video was posted online, many viewers agreed he made the right choice. Theories quickly followed. Some believe it could have been a Wendigo, a creature long associated with deep forests and inhuman screams. Others think it may have been a skinwalker, an entity known for mimicking voices to lure people farther into the wilderness. There are also those who suggest it could be an unknown creature, still hiding within the forests of Appalachia.
So what do you think? Wendigo or skinwalker? Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because the next creature is even more unsettling.
This clip was recorded in a forest in eastern Germany, most likely in the Erzgebirge region of Saxony. This area frequently uses trail cameras to monitor wildlife, which is why the nighttime setting looks familiar. Dark forest, no wind, no unusual sounds, until something crosses the frame. It does not run. It does not move straight toward the camera. It moves sideways at an angle exactly like a large spider or crab avoiding direct exposure. Its body stays low to the ground, covered in dark black fur with a humped back. Its movement does not match a dog, a wild boar, or a fox. Then the camera catches its eye. When the creature turns its head, a dull yellow eye becomes clearly visible. Round, large, positioned slightly off to the side. Not the green or white reflection commonly seen in European wildlife, but a yellow tone, like cattle eyes. Very natural, very real, and completely wrong in this context. It stops, not startled, not afraid. It stands there for a few seconds, staring directly at the camera, as if it has realized something is watching it in the dark forest. Then, without urgency, it continues moving sideways, slips into the shadows, and disappears completely.
That is what makes this clip so unsettling. Wild animals usually flinch or flee when they notice infrared light. This thing did not. It observed back, then chose to retreat. To my knowledge, there is no animal native to eastern Germany that is black-furred, moves laterally, and has yellow livestock-like eyes.
When many people first saw this clip, they immediately said it was a bear, simply because of its enormous size. But you may have been fooled. According to the information attached to the video, the footage was recorded on Vancouver Island, in the forests of Strathcona Provincial Park, Canada. This is a dense, humid forest with tall trees, very little light reaching the ground, and a place long associated with indigenous folklore about forest guardians. The person filming was simply walking a dog, no hunting, no searching for anything unusual.
At first, everything is quiet. No wind, no birds. A kind of silence that even experienced hikers notice. Then, from between the trees, a massive creature steps out.
If it were a bear, you would expect a heavy gait, a hunched back, and a short neck. But this creature is different. It is tall, more upright, with long front legs planted firmly on the ground. Its head extends forward with a clear snout, ears standing high. And the way it lowers its head to look at the dog is unmistakably wolf-like. Except this wolf is far larger than anything we know. What holds your attention is not just its size, but its attitude. It does not charge. It does not growl. It does not react aggressively to the dog standing right in front of it. It simply stands there, calm and composed, as if observing, weighing its options, fully aware that it is stronger and does not need to prove it. In ancient North American legends, especially in western forest regions, there are stories of giant wolves, sometimes seen as forest spirits, sometimes described as descendants of extinct species like the dire wolf.
They do not hunt humans. They do not hide like ordinary wildlife. They appear openly, as a reminder that humans are only visitors.
During a routine patrol flight over the Pacific, a helicopter-mounted camera accidentally captured a sight that has made many people replay the footage over and over. Below lies a remote island, completely covered in dense forest, with almost no signs of human presence.
As the camera sweeps across a rare opening in the canopy, an upright figure suddenly becomes visible.
The creature has a clearly humanoid, broad shoulders, a long torso, and arms hanging low near its knees. Its entire body is dark, nearly blending into the forest shadows. Compared to the surrounding trees, many viewers estimate its height at roughly 23 to 30 feet, far exceeding any primate ever recorded. You might immediately think of Bigfoot, but this being appears larger, more upright, and strangely calm. As soon as it notices the helicopter, it freezes completely. That massive silhouette alone is enough to terrify anyone watching. Now I realize what it resembles: Gigantopithecus. True to its name, it was the largest primate ever to walk the earth. Standing up to about 10 feet tall and weighing as much as 660 pounds, Gigantopithecus was a truly enormous creature, one that would make modern humans feel insignificant if encountered.
Unfortunately, this giant ape is believed to have vanished hundreds of thousands of years ago, leaving behind only a handful of fossilized teeth and jaw fragments found in China, Vietnam, and Thailand.
Finally, I saved the most controversial and haunting video for last. A clip that spread at an incredible speed, reportedly filmed on a large river in the Amazon region, where the water is muddy, the currents slow, and the riverbanks lined with dense rainforest.
At first, nothing seems unusual. The water surface is flat and calm. Then a massive shape rises from beneath the river.
It is an anaconda, but not at a size science is accustomed to. Its body emerges thick like a tree trunk, dark blotched patterns visible against yellow-brown skin. As it rises higher, you can see that the portion above water reaches the height of the side of a wooden boat in front of the camera. Water is pushed outward, forming small waves, revealing the sheer mass of the creature. Anacondas are already the heaviest snakes in the world, capable of exceeding 20 feet in length in the wild. But this clip makes many people ask a disturbing question. In the deep, rarely visited rivers of the Amazon, could there be individuals far larger than anything we have ever measured?
Many insist the video is AI generated. But if there is anywhere on Earth vast and hidden enough to conceal a giant snake like this, the Amazon would be the place.
And that is why this clip closes the list. Not because it is the most aggressive, but because it reminds us that beneath waters that seem calm and harmless, there may still be enormous things quietly existing below the surface. The footage you have just seen may not be definitive proof of creatures that cross the boundaries of science. But remember this: every time you step into the forest, be cautious, trust your instincts, and never ignore the feeling that something is not right.
If you have ever experienced something strange deep in the woods, leave a comment and share your story. And do not forget to subscribe to Mystery Files to continue exploring even darker case files still waiting to be opened.